What is shaking and baking, people? Today we're going to get down on wicking up the 30 V2 LE from Voltrove, running the 2-post stack. As many could imagine, postless stack. For me, I haven't run it yet. I don't know if I'm going to run it, to be honest, just because I love a 2-post configuration in nearly everything. This tank is nothing short of phenomenal in its 2-post configuration. So that's what's up. Just looking for a thing, but I don't see a thing. Let's grab this thing. Okay, so 0.24 quad core staggered series build. Do a quick little dry burn. Maybe give it a little bit more power. Quick inspection, no hot spots, nothing to worry about. Okay, so grab a little stick of cotton. So we have 4mm inner diameter, 6 wrap, 2938 quad core. This was a newer build that I came up with for series guys that run 2-cell input. I liked them so much I actually put them in 2 different atomizers that I have, one RDA in this tank. They are excellent performing coils. They don't need a pile of power. I run this build right around 200 watts, and that is very, very spicy. The postless deck on this is a little more narrow than the Velocity, so this build would not fit in the postless deck. And also I like that there's adequate room between the coil and the bottom of the juice well, so you can get your coil raised up a little bit, get some airflow underneath that coil, yada yada, all the good stuff. This tank for me checks all the boxes, every one of them. It's excellent. This deck is also slightly wider, maybe only by a mil than the 30 V2 original, but this build would not fit in the 30 V2, the OG. So for cotton length, I'm going to come underneath the deck. See if I can tilt this a little bit. I come under the deck just like that, bring my cotton down, give her a snip. I'm just going to use that as a lead edge basically and say, okay, I'm going to come straight across over here and I'm going to snip here. Then for the other side, I'm just basically going to eyeball it and say, right about here, we're good. These guys right quick, vape shear. These things are incredibly sharp. Incredibly sharp. With your cotton, you don't really want to thin it. If you have just the right amount through the coil on the Velocity deck, you don't need to thin it at all. We're just going to fluff it. right pretty. Do a little combing under. So you see how that cotton lays like an L. That's the goal. That's what we're shooting for. You don't want it straight up and down. You don't want it packed into the corner. You want to basically take it up like that and just start rolling it in. If you get it all in there and you're like, man, that kind of maybe is too much, it could be. It's nothing to just pull that leg of cotton out, snip a little off, and have a go at it again. For me, that's plenty. It's not overly packed. It has plenty of cotton in there to stay well absorbed in juice and wick as intended. Okay. We are going to be running Cloud Chemist, some Heisenberry Crunch. I've been excited to try this juice for a real hot minute now. It's been sitting on my desk for about a week, so now I've got some fresh wicks to put it on. Okay, we're gonna slap this together and take it up top. Alrighty, back up top, got it put together. We're gonna go ahead and fill her up. You wanna lock your juice flow control. I know some people don't do this when they first fill it up. For me, I've had a 50-50 where either it works perfectly filling it up like this, or it floods the deck and usually get some extra juicy hits. So I just fill it like this, and then I know that when I open this, half the tank's going to be drained into the bottom juice well. It doesn't bother me at all. So juice levels going down, got some bubbles coming up. Turn our wattage up some, there's more bubbles. We're off. Juice is good. So that's it. Velocity deck. Not to be intimidated by, not to be scared by it. It's very straightforward. It's different than a postless if you are very comfortable with a postless. But I have not run the postless yet. When the velocity deck vapes this well, for me, it's kind of a hard sell to say, okay, we're going to put, a little bit smaller of a deck and run that. Also, my new MC M4 compliments the boys at Frankenbox. I had never seen anybody do a Jurassic Park theme, so I have some dinosaur panels in the mix. being made for this baby as well. Really, really awesome sized enclosure in the hand. I dig it. I dig it. I believe it's a 3S. 1850. I'm checking. No, this is a 4S. That's right, the MC Mini's 3S. This is an 1850 4S max amps. But there you have it. No leaks, no weeps, no bullshit, no flooding, no nothing. The beautiful thing about tanks like these are if you do botch your wicking for whatever reason, all I do is tip it upside down. I'll let all the juice run out of the deck back into the tank, lock my JFC, flip it over, remove the bottom, and you can go back to work on it. That's one of the great things about atomizers that are laid out like this. Steam Crave does it. Trying to think. That's pretty much it. Steam Crave and Voltrove are set up. Almost all of them are set up like this, where you can remove your tank section and work on your deck without losing too much juice. So, there it is. Hopefully it helps some people out. Peace.